Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Quaint. Our today's topic of discussion is quantum inside a single atom. That means we are actually talking about qubit in this video. You know qubit, that is known to you. In quantum computing systems, qubits are used. So a qubit is what? You have the idea of a qubit. It is like a coin spinning in the air. A superposition between 0 and 1. You can think that way, but in case of qubit, you can think this way, that this is like a dice spinning in the air, okay, with a superposition of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to d states. Number of states here is d. It is denoted by d. Of course, d has a limitation because we are talking about here trapped ions. Okay, means trapped ion qubits. So there is an upper limit of d. Normally it varies from 4 to 16, but in our today's discussion we are talking about only a fixed number, 8. And this is most popular because in most of the cases the number 8, d is equal to 8. This type of qubit is used in most of the cases. Extreme cases are there. I have already told you that 4, 16, even scientists are thinking about 32, 64. Okay, you can increase the number of dimensions, but controlling them becomes difficult. Okay, that's why we are talking about only 8 anyway. In a separate video I will discuss all those things. In our today's video, topic of discussion is why scientists are trying to replace qubits with qudits. That is the main topic of discussion in our today's video. So what is actually trapped ion qubit? I have already posted videos on photon wave. Wave means optical angular momentum of photons. So using that thing, qubits can be created. Means just twisting the laser beam, you can create qubits. And here we are using what? A special thing. We are using atoms. Okay, these are not photon particles. These are atoms. And we are using actually trapped ions. Means ions are trapped. So first of all, what is done? Normally, Ytterbium or strontium, these elements are used. So suppose, just for example, one atom is taken. Now you remove one electron from that atom. So it becomes negatively charged. The atom becomes negatively charged, and all these things are being done in a vacuum chamber. In a vacuum chamber. Okay. So first of all, you take one atom, next you remove one electron from that atom, so it becomes negatively charged. Now since it is charged, so this can be controlled using electromagnetic fields. Okay, electromagnetic fields you can apply to control this, To control this ion. So this becomes what? This becomes a trapped ion, floats in space. Okay, and remains suspended in vacuum. We are using vacuum chamber actually to make it noise free. The atom should be noise free. Then only you can do whatever your requirement, and everything is done with laser lights. Finely tuned laser pulses are used to do everything. So what are the things actually scientists do to turn that charged ion into a qubit? Anyway, this type of arrangement is called, this trapping arrangement of that ion is called a wall trap, P-A-U-L, wall trap. Anyway, so actually what happens, if you talk about any atom, so any atom has so many energy levels. Every atom has hyperfine levels, electronic levels, spin states. That means all these levels together makes what? The steps of a ladder. These are steps of a ladder, quantum ladder. Better to say quantum ladder, okay? Not normal ladder, quantum ladder. Just imagine this way. So what is done? Laser pulses are used. Finely tuned laser pulses are used to address each state, move population between states, then create superpositions. Okay, that is the requirement. Create superpositions among those multi-dimensions. So question is, why scientists are actually talking about these qubits? Qubits are already existing, but you know that quantum computers are existing at present. Though you cannot find widespread use of these things because so many problems are there. Anyway, quantum computers are existing, they are using qubits, but to solve real life problems, millions of qubits are required. But that is not practically possible at present. Qubit means they are having only two states, 0 and 1. We are talking about qudits where there is actually no upper limit. Actually, there is no upper limit, though in our today's discussion we are talking about only 8 states. This is just for example and nothing else. 8. Anyway, so problem with the qubit is what? You need to increase the number of qubits, and that is not easy. If more qubits are there, then more errors are there, more noise is there. So that is problematic. Okay, scientists don't have any problem. Scientists don't have any problem to increase the number of qubits. But if you increase the number of qubits, then manipulating all those qubits according to the requirement becomes very difficult. At present, that is not possible actually. That's why they are not using quantum computers with millions of qubits. Yes, they are using hundreds or thousands of qubits. But all the problems means what? Like many problems are there in quantum computing, quantum chemistry, material discovery, optimization problems. Okay, then quantum machine learning. So many fields are there, drug design. So many fields are there where quantum computers are the requirement. But if you talk about qubit machine, then in that case millions of qubits are required to solve these practical problems. Okay, millions of qubits are required. So better option is to use qudits. This is the better option. That's why scientists are moving toward this qudit. Okay. So we are talking about what? Trapped ion qudits. So many ways you can create qudits. Actually, these are naturally available qudits. You are not forcing any atom to become a qudit. Nature has already built everything. We are just trying to manipulate those things using laser light. Laser light is the tool. Okay. Using that thing, we are manipulating all these things according to our requirement. Just think about a deeper quantum circuit, which might be 5 layers. But if you use a qudit-based system where d is equal to 8, means 8 states are there. Okay, d is equal to 8 states are there. Then in that case, for the same operation, the requirement might be 1 or 2 layers only instead of 5 layers. Whenever using qubit-based quantum circuits, okay, a deep quantum circuit which is actually qubit based, you are using 5 layers, but whenever you are shifting to qudit where d is equal to 8, you might need only 1 to 2 layers. So less depth is there, and in case of qudit you can see less depth is the requirement. So less depth means what? Means fewer particles, means less error. Fewer particles are required because a single particle can accommodate so many states simultaneously at the same time. Simultaneously means at the same time. Anyway, so these are the advantages. So there is a jump in efficiency. There is a jump in efficiency. Just fewer particles actually can hold so much information. You can easily calculate this. If you talk about this d is equal to 8, then what is the equivalent number of qubits which can hold the same information? That is equal to log of 8 to the base 2. So log of 8 to the base 2, which is equal to 3. That means one qudit with a d is equal to 8 is equal to what? 3 qubits. 3 qubits worth of information. 3 qubits. 1 qudit is equal to 3 qubits. That is not correct. 1 qudit with d is equal to 8 is equal to 3 qubits. That way you can say. You need to mention the number d. What is the value of d? Okay. Say for example, if d is 32 or 64, then what is the result? If d is equal to 32, then number of qubits, that is equal to log of 32 to the base 2. That means 5 qubits. And in case of 64, so log of 64 to the base 2. So what is the result? That is 6. So 6 qubits of information. That way you need to calculate. Okay. Without mentioning this d, you cannot calculate this thing. Anyway, and in that case that becomes actually meaningless. If you do not know the value of d, or if you do not mention the value of d. So actually, you can see nature has already built all these things. Scientists are not creating so many energy levels in any atom. They are already existing in any atom, in all types of atoms. Different reasons are there why they are actually choosing strontium and that Ytterbium, not yttrium, Ytterbium, okay. Ytterbium 171. Anyway, now you know the reason. Okay, less depth is required for the same quantum circuit. So less error is there. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic. Quantum inside a single particle. Okay, this single particle is so much powerful, you can see. And if you study in detail, then you can easily see that why scientists are moving toward this thing, qudit-based computing systems, qudit-based quantum computing systems. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, and this is the end of this video. If you found this video interesting, so please like, share and subscribe to our channel. This is it. Thanks for watching.